They are in my movie collection, and we're not quite out of the winter yet. I just need to make plan for spring and summer. I'm gonna switch over into my TV shows. Hopefully, I can get the couple I want, and then by winter, I'll make a new plan of what I want to get. But now I can get a couple of the other smaller packs on TV shows. I should be okay by end of the year. Maybe come back into games a little bit more. So maybe next year I'll try to get Frankenstein for Atari. Start on Dolly again next year, and pick up one or two on Pearl Jam next year. I rebought all the music I had back then, pretty much, except for one or two Pearl Jam stuff that I remember. Although I'll pick those up later on. The early live stuff is what I collect, and the singles, and I don't have Eddie Vedder single, the baseball song that he made, so that's going to be probably next year on a CD single. I do like collecting singles as well. I keep track of those, and probably just start on games next year if I can get all the TV shows I want this year. But it's always going to be something falling behind. If I'm doing games, then the movies fall behind. If I'm doing movies, then the games and music falls behind. So it's always something in here, but that's why I don't do just one thing. Because there are certain movies that go out of print, and they're rare, and they get more expensive. And I'm trying to build up my old movies first before I start doing some new releases. I'll try to do at least one new release come end of the year. So this year I don't know if I'll do one or not, because I already picked one up for this year. Picked up Terrifier 2, so plus I picked up Terrifier 1, and that's the new movie for this year. So probably in the next year I'll do another new movie. Other than that, I'll have to try to get the older movies first, because the new ones tend to cost a little bit more on Region 1, and I only collect Region 1. I don't collect Region 2 because I never grew up that format. Blockbuster never had it for rentals, so I never grew up with that format. And I did try to start it up, but don't like it. I don't like the pictures. I don't like the way they look. Pictures get all kind of changed because they put symbols on everything, and I just never grew up with that format, so I stopped in that format. Only had like a few to try out, but I just don't like the way they look in my collection. I don't want to mix seasons or regions, like Friday the 13th. I don't want to mix it with Region 1 and Region 2 just to get the whole thing. Everything I get in here is all Region 1. I might have to pay up sometimes to get them, but so how I like my movies and my collection grows bit by bit. Each couple months it'll change a little bit. If I keep the same budget, I should have enough food at the end of the month, and that's the main thing. Try to build out the TV shows this year a little bit more, so I could get caught up on those. Some of you found my songs and are listening to those. I might do some art a little bit later on, some marker drawing or something. So I still have my animation table in my other room, and I keep mostly here my favorites, not necessarily horror and horror and comedy, just like mixed comedy and horror, but it's mostly my favorites. Then movies I might watch, I keep movies I don't know, I keep in the bottom. And I'll try to look for some backing come spring for these shelves that I made. Some of them would I had to buy, but otherwise I could have invested that into a regular movie or a CD that I don't have yet. And it's going to take a while to get to the newer releases on DVD, but might be able to do at least one new release at the end of the year. So if I do one this year, I don't know, because I already picked up Terrifiers, but maybe next year I could get a little bit more into the movies. I'm just starting to pick up some of the older movies I don't have yet this year, trying to get caught up with those, but I'm going to try to switch over to TV shows come spring and summer. so I could get caught with those by winter, and I'll make a new plan from there. So I don't really know, but I do have an idea of the movies I don't have, so I just go from there. Started collecting on Goosebumps last year, build out my cartoons a little bit more. So I do want to get a little bit more caught up on cartoons as well. So just focus on that, focus on the movies I don't have yet, and figure out the ones I want, which ones are costing more money, and see how spring will be. At least go thrifting if I can find anything. Usually I don't find anything on the list locally, so it's going to be kind of rough that way, but mostly I have to pay up to get the ones I want now. So that's the situation I'm in right now. Either I stop doing what I'm doing, or you have to pay up. So some of them are rare, out of date, out of print, and you'll have to pay up more to get them. But that's how things are. That's why I'm not a seller, I'm not a reseller, because I don't understand that. I just like the collecting part. Thanks for watching. Everything in here I collected over the past couple of years, built up to this point. So I could do another shelf here if I need to, make a little short table, but that would be for VHS if I need to expand that side. Otherwise, pretty much I think that's it for this room. The post area here.